I actually finally found something else to talk about that isn't another panning project. It's an empties video. I know they kind of go hand in hand, but at least it's a little bit different content, and I did promise you that. So, without too much explanation, I'm going to jump into this and just show you the stuff that I went through this month. So, the first thing I went through is the Bath & Body Works French Lavender and Honey Full-Size Shower Gel, which is exciting. I actually went through a full size because I tend to not finish those super quick. Then I went through the Briojio Farewell Frizz shampoo and conditioner, and these are the 2-ounce size, so they're not the 1 ounce that you get in the package, but it did come with a spray too, which I'm still working on. But the shampoo and conditioner are gone. I got 3.5 uses out of that. I also got these cute little Rituals House of Sakura shampoo and conditioner samples in their advent calendar. These smell amazing, but this was like 2 washes for me because I got a lot of hair, so those went kind of quickly. There's nothing in here that I didn't like. There's just not a ton of stuff that I'm going to say, oh my gosh, this is great and I love it and I'm going to repurchase it, because I have so much stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I buy a lot of stuff. I use a lot of stuff. And my whole goal for this year was to try and clean out some of my collection and use things that hadn't been getting enough attention instead of things going bad. So that's kind of where this is coming from, although there are some tried and trues in here. This one is my favorite. This is the Lancome Biofacil eye makeup remover, and I always have this. This is always a replaceable item for me. I actually have the jumbo size that I got for a really great deal at one of Alta's sales. So that's what's in the bathroom now, because this one I finished off. I have a lot of cleansers. I have a lot of cleansers open at the same time. There's a reason I'm telling you this, and this is okay, here's the deal. Makeup wipes. Yes, I did go through a pack. Yes, I know they're bad. I know that people are going to be mad. I know they're bad for the environment. I have some. I'm trying to work through them. I'm trying to find an alternative. I can't splash water in my face. I actually gasp and stop breathing. It's a weird thing. Anyway, it has to do with all kinds of weird medical issues. So that's not my only cleanse. I actually have cleansers. I use melting balms too. I just don't have an empty one in this video. But I went through the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Cleanser, which I absolutely love. This stuff is awesome if you have hair and dry skin. It will not make you feel like your face is going to rip apart the minute you're done washing it. Good stuff. I ordered a full size from e.l.f. because that one I love. And it's cheap. It's a really good price. So I figured that one I could afford to splurge on and get a full size, and I absolutely adore that one. But I also went through a baby bottle of the Hydrating Cerave Cream to Foam Cleanser. I never get that right. And this one I kind of like too. It wasn't quite as hydrating as, say, the Holy Hydration. So if you're a normal dry skin person, this is probably a really good product. I just am excessively dry. And there's nothing that I can do to fix that. And it's partially because of having the EDS. Just kind of one of those things that goes along with it. But no big deal. I always say that. It's something I've lived with my whole life. It's a genetic condition. So for me, this is my normal. For other people, it is probably a big deal. And I know that people have it worse than me. I don't have the heart part of it. The only other person you may know of that really talks about this on YouTube was Mel Thompson. She also had it, and I think in some ways she was even more hypermobile than I am. And I miss Mel. I really miss Mel. She was such an inspiration and so beautiful, and I still go back and watch her videos. Her channel's still up. You can still help the family out by watching those videos, and they still get the money from the AdSense and whatever just to help out the family. Way off track, sorry about that. But anyway, I also have EDS was the point. So I have dry skin that is a little bit beyond what a normal person is. So I use a lot of different things. I use layers and layers of things, which leads me to my ordinary. I went through the bottle of hyaluronic acid and the buffet. Both of these I've already replaced. The hyaluronic acid I use morning and night, and then the buffet I only use at night because I use a vitamin C serum in the morning, and I don't mix the two just so there's no conflict, because sometimes they can counteract. So I had gotten a baby bottle of the Mario Badescu, and this one is their super peptide serum. So I had thrown this in after to see how this compared kind of to the buffet, how it felt, and they feel similar. I don't know much about the Mario Badescu line other than their sprays. And I liked this. It was fine. Oh, hey, there's the dog. I'm still using my buffet. I haven't really researched any more into the line. I don't think that this would be something that I would spend more to replace my buffet. The Ordinary's price point is kind of unbeatable if it works for you and you're getting the results that you want from their product. Some people say that other products work better in certain areas of that line. For me, the Ordinary works on those two particular products, so I keep using them and haven't found anything else that's worth spending more money on to get the same result. I went through a baby bottle of the NYX Matte Finishing Spray. This came in a 3-pack, and I used to carry this in my purse. I've used it traveling. I use it to spray my brushes. These things are just kind of handy to have a little bottle of spray around. There's a couple more floating around somewhere if I haven't completely used those up too, but I liked this. And I actually have used it on my face despite the whole dry skin thing, which you would think I wouldn't do. I don't care what my finishing spray is. I don't care if it's glowy. I don't care if it's matte. None of that really makes a difference to me. I just kind of want to use it to keep my makeup in place longer because my dry skin will actually eat certain makeup. So if I can get it to stay on my face, that's kind of a bonus. I went through a Tarte Man-Eater mascara. I know this is popular. I know this is a good mascara. On me, it didn't work out real well. It transferred a bit, and then it started flaking. And once that happens, it's done. I don't care. It's just gone. So I didn't love that. I'm not going to repurchase something like that. I have a ton of backup mascaras, and you get them free with purchase. And I've got so many, I'm probably never actually going to use them all before some of them dry up on me before I even open them. But I also went through this adorable little baby Alta face primer. So this just simply says face primer. If you look at Alta's site, they have like 4 different types of face primer. I liked this. It kind of reminded me of Smashbox's Photo Finish Primer. It has that same feel, and I do like that kind of a primer. But I don't know which one this is, so I couldn't recommend it to you. I can't even go repurchase it because I don't know which one of the 4 different types is the full size of this. So we'll just move on to the next one, I guess. It's not like I don't have more primers around. I love samples. I try everything. Not that big of a deal to me. There's very few things that I love enough to say, no, this is my absolute holy grail. This is what I'm sticking with. Forget everything else. I'll try most stuff just because with the dry skin, sometimes I find things that work better than other things. So there you have it. I went through a Versace Bright Crystal. I got like about 2 uses out of this. It's a pretty scent. It's nice and soft. It's florally. I'm not allergic to it. That is a good thing. There's nothing worse than being allergic to something that you like spray on your arm. I've had to go wash my arm up before. I've had to change clothes before. I don't love it enough to go out and buy a full-size bottle of it. I have too many perfumes anyway, and there's certain scents that I'm really attracted to, and I'm actually working my way through some of the Sephora sampler sets, which is where you get the set and then you get the gift certificate for a full size of whatever your favorite is. I actually went through another one of those in that set too, so that's 2 of those that I went through. This is my Nicole Miller hand cream. I found a bundle, I think, I don't know if there were 4 or 5, but they're all different floral scents, and they were things that I liked. It's peony and jasmine. Well, this one is the peony, and I liked it. I couldn't get anything else out of this. Even cutting it open, I couldn't have gotten any more out of this. So I used that one up completely, and I think I moved on to the jasmine scent. That was my next one, but there's a couple more in backup with a different floral scents that I really like. It's a thin lotion. It's not super moisturizing, super hydrating, but it's a quick one. It soaks in, it doesn't leave a residue. You may be putting it on frequently, but it's not going to leave you greasy. So if you haven't tried the Nicole Miller stuff, this is the only stuff I have tried, and that's kind of my opinion of it. In addition, I got this awesome little sample of the Brazilian Bumbum cream by Seoul de Janeiro. This was just a sample, free sample thing from Sephora from one of my orders. It was enough for 1 use, and I liked it. I know everybody raves about it, and it is a cult classic. It was okay to me. I mean, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not something I'm going to rush out and buy a full size. It's kind of expensive, actually. And I have so much Bath & Body Works stuff that to me, it doesn't make any sense to let that stuff sit any longer and get something like this at such a higher cost. Now, I realize I'm gonna get heat on that one too. You guys are gonna come from between the makeup wipes and my opinion on some of these things. You guys are just gonna get mad at me. I'm not saying these things are bad. My opinions are only my opinions. It's only how things work on my body. I understand that they're popular. I understand they're popular for a reason. I actually like these things. I just don't love them for myself. That's all I'm saying. Don't get mad at me, please. Okay, so then the next thing that I have is, well, I have one more oddball thing that I'm going to show you just because it's an empty, so I'm throwing it in here. I went through a pack of my AIM dental picks when I floss my teeth at night. And I have another one of those open already too. That's always in the bathroom drawer. That's an every night thing. But I found a company called Bay Harbor Beauty. I actually had heard about it from a couple different YouTubers. It's a small company. I think it's a one-woman show, and I think she makes everything herself. I was looking for something that didn't have a lot of ingredients in it, that was also unscented, as a Christmas present for my mother, because with the dry skin thing, we present a little bit differently. So I did find her a Christmas present, which she did like, and it is unscented, which is good. But she also has some really great, or not my mom, the Bay Harbor Beauty has some really great scents also. And because I did place an order, they sent me this absolutely little adorable thank you gift. It says thank you on it. It's so cute. It's just a little tiny jar and had a sample of their ultimate body serum. Now, this was so small that all I could really do was just scrape it out to get an application for my hands, but it felt kind of nice, and I like supporting small businesses, so I'm going to check into more of their stuff. They're not unreasonably priced, and I don't know if there's any discount codes out there or not. If there is, I'll put it in my description box because I honestly am not sure. I'm not putting links in my description box to anything. There isn't anything you can't find at either Alta or Sephora except for Bay Harbor Beauty. The Nicole Miller, I think I picked up at a TJ Maxx, so I wouldn't know how to send you there anyway to find that. I don't know if it's still around. Yeah, my toner you can pick up anywhere. Walgreens, Target, CVS, anywhere. The Ritual stuff, I think you just have to go through their site. So I think I've covered everything that anybody might need to know, I guess. But there's one other thing that I go through a lot of, that I have a lot of, that I absolutely love, and that's candles. So I decided, since there are some other people that do send things in their videos, and this is my first empties, and I wanted it to be kind of fun, not just the makeup stuff, I'd go through that too. So I have a ton of Bath & Body Works stuff here. I love their candles. There's certain scents that really work for me. They've got a great throw. But we're going to get to what my issue is, and I'm hoping you all can help me on this. I'm going to tell you what we're doing here. So I went through a single wick of 'Tis the Season. I went through a single wick of Winter Candy Apple. I went through a 3-wick of the Vanilla Bean Noel, which I love. I have it in everything. The shower gel, the lotion, everything. I love that scent. I'm a vanilla fan. I went through Cactus Blossom, which is another one of my favorite hand soaps from them too. I went through 2 of the Seasonal Love candles. I went through 2 of the Fresh Cut Lilacs. These you can't get all the time, so when I can get them, I stock up on them. I absolutely adore them. Now, my problem is these things aren't burning all the way down to the bottom anymore. There's product left. And it's like that in almost all of my candles. And that seems to be a new thing. I thought these things used to burn down to the point where you could actually see that metal base of the wick at the bottom, maybe with a little wax left in them. But every jar has product left. And one of these, I don't know which of the 2 Love ones, but, oh, okay, this one, I ended up dumping a little bit of my, one of my lilacs in there. And then I poured the rest of it into a burner or a warmer, just so that I could keep having the scent around. But there's a third of a jar left in here. I don't get, is this a new thing? Is this me? Is this normal and I'm just being picky? That could be it. I know that I get that way. I do get it. Sometimes it is just me. I'm odd. Not going to deny that. If this is normal, I'm not happy, because I used to be able to burn candles down where I could see the metal base of the wick. That's what I want out of my candles. Bath and Body Works candles aren't super cheap. I can find cheaper candles at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Home Goods, and all those places sell candles too. I can go back to soy candles. With this, I'm actually going to Franken candle. I'm going to go buy my own wicks, and I'm just going to chip all this stuff out and melt it all together, and I'm going to have the most bizarre smelling candle in the world. But that's a lot of wax left. So please, in the comments here, tell me if I'm nuts. Okay, no, don't tell me that. I know I'm nuts. Tell me if this is normal, if this happens to you. Is this how candles are now? Because this is not the way that I remember my stuff being. I remember having to chip out very little, and like with cheap Glade candles, they made little cute Christmas design ones that I could chip that out and like put little tea lights in and use them over and over and over again. This is a lot of product left, in my opinion. So, am I doing something wrong? Can you burn a candle wrong? I mean, I didn't like cut the wicks too short. You can still see the wicks in all of these. So obviously it's not that, but there's still a lot left in here. So give me some ideas here. Is this normal? Is there something I should be doing different? Is there a different kind of candle I should be checking out? A different candle company, a different brand, a different whatever. Let me know, because I'm not super thrilled at this. And granted, I don't pay full price for these, but even so, I love candles. I burn a lot of candles, obviously. So I kind of feel like I want a better burning candle. Now, I still have a stockpile of candles. I hit Candle Day. I'm not going to lie to you. I did some damage. I have a stockpile. I always have candles burning. Right now, I have 5. Yes, 5 candles burning. I don't even save the tea lights. I go through so many of those, it's crazy. So let me know in the comments what you think. What should I do? Is there something else you'd recommend for me? Give me some hints, give me some suggestions, give me some places to try, or I don't know. I get candles from the dollar store that burn better sometimes, and yes, I do use those too. I'm not picky about price point on this. For me, it's about smell, and it's about things that I can actually have that I'm not allergic to. And I think that's pretty much everything. I'm done with my rant now. I kind of went off on the end there. Sorry about that. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. It was something that was at least a little bit different from me. I'm working on a few other things that are also not necessarily panning projects. I'm going to get you some more content. I promise. Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. I'm getting better at this. I'm starting to remember. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. Stick around. Hit the notification bell. Leave me some comments. Go back and watch some of my other videos. I'm usually crazy. I know I'm always crazy. But my videos are usually like this, where I'm either rambling or I'm saying strange things. It's in my disclaimer if you read my description boxes. So go ahead and feel free to stick around or check back in with me at any time. I'd love to have you around. I'd love to chat with you. And until then, bye.